today. I think I might as well put finish now. I already made 2 others, such as, which I believe I'm going to call, because I'm currently in the process of them downloading to the YouTube channel. I'm going to name one of them M416 or M16A4. And the other one will be the classifications between FOBs, outposts, and air bases. This one is garrisoning, or what exactly is garrisoning. First off, let's get this over with about garrisons, because some people don't understand exactly what it means, they don't understand how it works, or they already know how it works. First off, garrisoning is, well, the that could be on standby for an attack, that might or an area that was just captured and was attacked and you're expecting a counterattack, or an area just to have troops on standby if another base is attacked. That's what garrisoning is. That means they're garrisoned there for the time being. They're essentially extra. They're soldiers. They're meant to be there. That's what garrisoning means. Second off, how do I garrison my troops exactly? The last time I did classification between essentially the FOBs, I did mention a bit more of this. If you want to, go ahead and watch that video quickly. You'll get a bit more of a understanding and idea exactly of what I'm saying. So, we're going to use the FOB as the example because that's where I'm at currently. The FOB technically is, again, as I mentioned, forward operating base. Which means, because we're going with the example of it likely being captured, or it is likely to be attacked, these soldiers are going to be on garrison for defense, as I am doing now. Although I'm spraying lead, this is technically a representation of enemy troops on the horizon. So, first off, let's just take into consideration of probably what your squad will be. 1 to 2 medics, 2 grenadiers, about 1 to 2 engineers, and one machine gunner or 2 machine gunners, and one support ammo bearer / demolitionist. So let's take into consideration, per se, you have 2 medics, 2 grenadiers, 2 engineers, anti-tank based, both with the M4, and let's go with, per se, 1 of your machine gunners. Well, you have 1 machine gunner, an ammo bearer. Let's say the ammo bearer is using the M4. All with standard issue marine loadouts, as I mentioned with the M416. Let's say that they're using your machine gunner. You want to have 1 or 2 of your grenadiers near him. Ammo bearer should be by himself or with another soldier of sorts, in case if the base is somewhere else attacked, because the machine gunner is meant to be at his location in case it is attacked. If it is attacked, on the other hand, machine gunner is free to move around, but it is preferable if he is bipoded after all, because that is probably the best thing for him to be on. So again, if I'm going to go with the classification with myself, you want to have technically 1 grenadier patrolling near, 1 or 2 grenadiers patrolling near the M249 or M240 Bravo / machine gunner. Machine gunner should be put next to an ammo box just in case, which he should be carrying on him himself. The ammo bearer will help out everybody else in the squad. You want about 1 to 2, maybe your medic or ammo bearer inside this room. Have again medic or ammo bearer outside, or when you're anti-tank engineers. Then you want your last soldier to be on top of the roof up here. Anti-tank engineer is there to be on standby for the chopper to be coming in, or in case he needs to give anti-tank assistance for either area. If you have any remaining troops, put them on the 2nd to 3rd floor like how I am. Again, put them on one of these floors. Because if you're going with a milsim operation where you are not having radios, but you are also using long-range radios, he should be on standby as your radio man. And I didn't mention this for the last video, but a fob, if you are technically going with no long-range radios on your soldiers in itself, then you're going to want a radio man. Put them in a decent room of the building that is obviously not so easy to get to. At the same time, you don't want it so easy for him to be killed. Because the moment he's dead, that means he is the last contact that you have for air support. Him dead, no air support or evac. Second off, a fob, if you were technically trying to evac it, wait till half the soldiers are dead. This might be a bit grim for me to say it, but that's the best way to put it. Because you can't evac an entire fob, unless you were lucky. The only way to actually evac a fob in itself is if you actually have a chopper Garrison there. By then, you would actually have a pilot there. That pilot would have to be fighting for you. Again, this pilot would be on top of the roof, which if that other engineer is there, he should be technically on the second to third floor as the radio man, but not with the radio man. Or maybe with them. That's up to you, though. Again. So, yeah. But, let's go back to another scenario. Let's first say the same machine gunner is in a higher up position. Alright? You have about 2 different scenarios for your machine gunner. As I've been showing down below, put him next to the ammo box, obviously. Higher up that you put your machine gunner, if he is bipoded, per se up there, he has more view. But the closer the enemies get, if the soldiers get around to this area, he can't shoot them in general. But, nearly same case with this one, the difference is, he has a lot more viewing range over them in close quarters. So yeah, put him up closer, he becomes a single, easier target, and he's more likely to get shot by infantry. Put him up higher, nearly same case, but then he has to deal with snipers. So yeah, he has a lot more things to deal with up top. Same for even an attack chopper. If he's lower, where the building is likely going to give him cover, that attack chopper or transport chopper, whatever it's going to be, is going to have a harder time attacking him. If he's getting lower, armor's been easier to attack him. Higher, armor has a harder time. You get where this is going. So yeah. But you already have the understanding now. You have the idea, understanding probably by this point. If you've already watched the other videos between FOBs, outposts, and air bases, let's go with the understanding of an air base defense. As I mentioned in the FOB, or inside the FOB video or whatever, that air base is going to have trenches. The 2 soldiers that you're likely going to want for this entrenching is, again, your machine gunner with C4, only if he's entrenching, though. And then your ammo bearer. He's not a good person for this entrenching. Don't make it as deep as I literally just did. So yeah, but you get the idea for how you should cut it. If those don't, then I'm pretty sure you get the idea. But if I am correct here, you know what? Screw it. I will actually use this runway as an example for this. This is a bad example. Don't put all your C4 in like this if it's going to go to this deep. Don't get me wrong. This map does kind of have a bit of problems with this. But what's likely going to happen is the 2 explosive for most of these. But 3 explosives is what you're going to want for most of them. Makes it deeper. Yeah, this is nearly a 3 C4 explosive. Again, this is trenched. What you want to do is make sure that machine gunner set up. If your machine gunner has problems setting up, it's not exactly the worst. You can just keep retrying. You want to set up with your machine gunner like this, where he can still shoot, but he's literally at a distance where shooting at the ground like how I am is not a problem whatsoever. Although he can technically shoot the ground, that's still not his goal, obviously. His goal is to shoot at incoming enemies. As you've seen, like right here, that's not how you want your machine gunner set up. You want your machine gunner set up like this, where he is a good gunman. Alright, and as I mentioned last time, you want him set up with your grenadier. Let's per se, you want one singular explosive. This would be the result of about 1 here. This is actually about 2, then over here, this is still a 3. Catch is, it should be about to there, so. Not that low, though. You got 2 different types of trenches right here, as it's shown. 2, which is better for a machine gun nest. 1, if you're just trying to get your soldiers pillbox down for a bit of safety. This one right here is better for if your soldiers just need a bit more cover, as if they're sandbags. This one here is good if you're trying to mount up your machine gunner and you need second troops in there or more. As I said a bit ago, you want to have a grenadier or so with him, just in case some soldier's thinking about sneaking up behind him. You do not want your machine gunner to go down. He's your priority, obviously. So he goes down, your squad could encounter a few problems or two. So yeah.